my ways. Missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in the minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me it's the front lines. You never mind.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Evan McPherson has this one teed up,
and we are underway from Cincinnati.
Brown goes in motion left. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That is incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there in the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he is stopped just short of 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
With it is Brown. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This pass complete to Higgins. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. Here's Burrow. He finds Hearns left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
The Bengals at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think it's going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. And they go play action now. Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, but now it's 3rd down.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Though we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Burrow looking to pass. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
McPherson's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy with the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, he's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
after the incompletion. Here now, 3rd and 2.
Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st down, Hurts.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing is Hurts.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
It's DJ Turner who's got it.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties with big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
And a lane slowly materializing there as they'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. He's across midfield.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On 2nd down, Swift. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
10 yards there and an Eagle first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Swift is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown.
Well, this had not been the greatest of first halves to this point. They've been pretty well dominated in all phases of the game, so this was an important drive just to show they can move the football and finish. And now they're on the board here on the touchdown run.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Bengals 17, Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now it's Burrow.
And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration, because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on 1st down. Gets around him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd down and 4.
They'll look to throw here.
Goes with the out route and completes it to Swift.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The kick by Elliott is good, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
Able to find Higgins.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at
midfield. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 13 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A 67-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Now a throw here, hauled in. Into space at the 45.
And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Clever man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Burrow on play action. This is complete. Finds his man Hearns. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Touchdown!
Jamar Chase
With career touchdown number 60.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
That'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Second down. Here's Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. This goes out wide for Mixon. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He finds Hearns left side. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Now Burrow loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now Burrow. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Battle.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Gun. Shot.
Play action. It's Burrow. He's got Mason complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They're throwing it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Called out a very strong gain of 24.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Throwing is Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right.
That's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one good for 37 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Flush to his right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
2nd down and a yard.
In motion left comes Brown.
They'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Hurts.
Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Elliott on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Joe Mixon.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
Breaks the tackle now with Alley. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
59 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They go play action with Hurts.
They'll roll him out right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 0-0. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins